All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Give me a replay, gang. If you're watching the replay, you know how we do it. Good morning, millionaires. Good morning, millionaires. My name is Haziq Ali. Really happy to be here with you this morning. We covered some real cool stuff this week, man. Um, if you missed it the entire week, or if you didn't catch every single training we did, man, you really missed some cool stuff. Like Monday we talked about hold on Monday we talked about 5 quotes from Viktor Frankl. He wrote a book called Man's Search for Meaning. Just phenomenal dude. He made it through Auschwitz, and we were talking about a bunch of the ways that he helped himself, and through his tests, which became testimony, he's helped millions at this point. But Man's Search for Meaning is an incredible book. And we went through 5 of the dopest quotes from that joint that can help you change your perspective. Then on Tuesday, we talked about 8 ways your goals may be a victim of self-sabotage. Some tough conversation right there. Reminds me of what we did Sunday night when we were talking about 11 ways you might be failing at life and becoming a bum. Remember we did that last Sunday? This was kind of like along those lines, because I'm talking to some of my mentees. We're dealing with that on a higher level than many of us give ourselves credit for, give ourselves demerits for. Like it's a serious issue. And then on Wednesday, we talked about the 11 rules of prospect perspective. I want to point out to you that every Wednesday from now on will be skill set. We always talk about how it's 80% mindset, 20% skill set. And you know, the heart set is what ties it all together, right? You got to acknowledge it. Then you have to nurture it, and then you want to cherish it. Well, since 80% of it is mindset, but you don't want to get 80% across a lake, we're going to spend 20% of the week on that skill set part. So if we come 5 days a week, shouts out to Miss Alma Nanswe, who handles it on Saturday, but I handle everything 5 days a week before Alma the CPA gives straight financial literacy on Saturdays. You know, if you know, you know. But since I do 5 days a week, 20% of that would be one of the 5 days. And so every Wednesday, we're going to focus on skill set. So this Wednesday, last Wednesday, we gave you this triple stage question process that I want you to add to your skill set. And then this Wednesday, we talked about these 11 rules of prospect perspective so that you can get in the mind of your prospect, and you'll be able to close them much easier once they understand that you understand. So that was Wednesday. So definitely check that out. Then on Thursday, we talked about, that was yesterday, we talked about 9 tactics for improving your perseverance. 9 tactics for improving your perseverance. And I hope that that hits you hard too. Make sure that you check in, y'all. Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe, because we ain't playing around here, man. This is the stuff that helped me go from, you know, where I was to where I am, and then where I'm going to get, you know, because you're watching it happen in real life, man. I'm not playing, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying you are either. You clearly ain't, or you wouldn't be here right now. But sign up for the newsletter. We're going to get started in a couple minutes. But sign up for the newsletter if you have not yet. Every 3:30 p.m. Eastern, every Friday, we put out the best newsletter in the world. You know, it's an entrepreneurship thing where we give you mindset, skill set, and heart set. You can read the whole newsletter in like 7 minutes, man. So take it dead serious. Mr. Terry in the house. Okay, Chopper. Let's get it, Tymisha. Okay, my man Alan is in the house. Yeah, I'm glad. Which one was y'all favorite this week? Which one was y'all favorite? What's up, Neff? Okay, the YouTube gang checking in. You see this, Cassandra? People are commenting on YouTube. What's up, Miss Nixon? What's up? Okay, Allie in the house. All right, let's get it, Lakeisha. Let's get it. Okay, Apostle Ray up in this thing. I heard that, Allie. I heard that. Trey Brown, the TikTok king. TikTok Tracy. You know what I'm saying? What up, Crystal? Yeah, we gonna get it. Okay then, Miss Sims. Okay, then. Yeah, the millionaire minded is in the house. The millionaire minded is in the house. So let me hear it. Share this with an entrepreneur, and then I would love to hear what your favorite was from the whole week. Skill set was your favorite? I love that. I love that. I love that. What was your favorite, Michelle? What was your favorite? Nah, man, I'll be seeing you, Trey. I'll be seeing you. Them reels, them TikToks. What's up, Jazz? Hey, Jazz, I used to get these good morning like pictures from you. You don't even put them joints out no more. I would love those pictures. You know what I mean? Dang, man, you gotta start posting them joints, man. When you follow her stories, y'all, when you follow Jazz's stories, when you gonna have me on your radio show, Jazz? But when you follow her stories, y'all, she would put up the dopest, most picturesque good morning scenes. And then I would use that to start off my stories for the day. And then she just stopped posting them joints. My man Glenn Johnson is in the house. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, I'm about to call in on the live line. Y'all know how we do it.
You have something special.
Cool.
You have greatness in you.
Cool.
Hello, this is Les Brown, and you're in the right place at the right time because we're going to bring the millionaire out of you. Just hold.
All right, let's get it, y'all. Jess.
Please announce yourself.
All right, it's time, y'all.
All participants are muted.
Valencia made it in.
Entry and exit tones are on.
Good morning, Queen. All right. Hey, I appreciate that, Alan. I appreciate that, brother. Yeah, man, we trying our best. I tell you that. If they ain't lit, it ain't because we ain't trying. But I'm a real big believer in this mindset thing, man, because I'm one of these people. Okay, Jen. And prayers for your recovery, sis. I hope you're feeling better. Check it out, man. When I was at my darkest moment, I know it was my mind that was working for me, and I know it was my mind that was working against me. You heard me say it before, I'm going to say it again. School teaches us to develop our intellect, but what we need to develop is our awareness. Like me and my lady was watching this movie, and she pointed out this scene in the thing where they weren't allowed to bring their guns in the bar and whatnot. That's intellect. But awareness is the part where they had showed us that the dude still had a gun in the small of his back. You get what I mean? So intellect is knowing the rules, but awareness is being able to peep when someone's breaking them. Am I making sense? Intellect is important, but it becomes much more potent at the point we have awareness. What we're here to do is grow our awareness. What we're here to do is make it so that you are cognizant of all this other stuff that's going on so you can use this fantastic intellect you have to grow your potential, to grow your capacity. Check it out. It is highly unlikely that you bump into somebody today that don't want to be successful. Can we agree? Can we agree? But check this out, though. It is also highly likely, because you're like, if that's the case, how come so few people succeed? Why is everybody broke? Why is everybody miserable? Why is everybody trading in happy life for happy hour? When that's not what anybody wants. Nobody wants to be poor. Nobody wants to be in miserable relationships. Nobody wants to be in a state of misery all day. But check it out. I said to my therapist yesterday, yeah, but it's all mental, because that's just one of the things you just say. And she was like, nah, that's a very Eurocentric point of view is the way she put it. She said, nah, actually, it's all spiritual. It's all spiritual. There are principalities we're dealing with. I ain't going to get too deep, but there's a science called epigenetics. You know, if you want an easy way to remember what epigenetics are, it's the fact that birds keep flying south for the winter and they ain't got to be taught to fly south for the winter. Now, that's a really way that's like a pedestrian way to put it, because animals use instinct. We have faculties. We got those 6 faculties you heard me discussing earlier this week. But epigenetics is this fact that, like, we have in our gene memory, our literal DNA the stuff our parents went through, and the stuff their parents went through, and the stuff their parents went through. We have a certain sense of self-sabotage just built into us. You get what I'm saying? But this morning, what I want to talk about are these three monsters you see all over creation, especially in our people, right? But not just in our people, but you see it all over creation, and it's stopping people from being successful. If you want to know why everybody wants to be successful, but yet so few people succeed, I want you to understand it's because not of the enemy, but the inner me. It's not the enemy, it's the inner me. So since we only got 15 minutes, I'm going to give them to you. Y'all ready? I only got 10 minutes left. I'm going to give you 3 of the common monsters that you got to kill while they small. This is why your children should be on these trainings or training somewhere, because you got to kill them while they small. If not, the likelihood of these things growing bigger than you and then becoming a part of you and then being bigger than your dreams, and then they can kill your success with just a foot stomp, it grows larger and larger. So we got to kill them while they small. If you're ready for number 1, give me a number 1 and a share. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Kerman. That's right, Neff. Epigenetics. That's right, epigenetics. Hey, Jen, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. Kill them while they small. Kill them while they small, Coach Anna. Kill them while they small. Yeah, let's get it. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. All right, here's the first one, y'all. Monster number 1 is that a bunch of us have a monster that one of my mentors called the ECG test. The ECG test. Monster number 1 is we fail the success ECG test. Somebody give me that. The ECG test. Every time I meet a new student, what I do, ever since I learned this, is mentally. I don't always say it out loud, but mentally what I do is I perform an ECG test, not an EKG. That's the one that you be in the doctor's office go boop, boop, boop. Nah, I'm talking about an ECG check. And in 5 minutes into the conversation, I know where they stand. I know how far they're willing to go to achieve the success they say they want. And I'm going to tell you, it's shocking, it's disheartening, but 90% of people fail the ECG test. So when I say ECG, here's what I mean. I'm counting the number of excuses that they make, okay? I'm counting how comfortable they become with their current situation. And then I want to see, like, what are their goals? Do they have a set goal, right? That's helping them change the dream into a plan. That's the ECG. Because check this out. Here's the truth. If you really let excuses become a part of your everyday life, you're now getting into a mental habit, man, of killing your own excitement. It's going to drain your dream to death. When you become too comfortable, what you're doing is giving your power away to everything else that ain't as important. I got to talk to some of my friends later on today because we putting too much power into stuff that is absolutely non-consequential to our life. You hear me? Now you're losing control of your life because what you're doing is you're falling into the failing familiar. You're falling into the failing familiar. Little tongue twister for you right there. You know what I mean? We choose unhappiness over uncertainty. I was talking to my therapist about that yesterday. Like, dang, why is it that I love to smoke? She's like, you don't love to smoke. I'm just being transparent. Sometimes I get into it with my mom, and it's like, ain't no backing down. Sometimes, I might get into it with my lady, and it's like, ain't no backing down. And it's just like, my mama want the smoke. I want the smoke. So here we are. And I'm talking to my therapist, like, what is that? And the therapist was like, it's not that you want the smoke. You just are comfortable with what's familiar, even if it's failing you. You get what I'm saying? You gotta laugh to keep from crying, baby. But what I'm saying to you is that in my observation of myself, people get comfortable. And when you get comfortable, you give your power away to stuff that don't even matter. And people who become comfortable are the ones that become complacent. And then they're the ones that are unwilling to accept any challenge that's thrown, even if the challenge is walking away from the challenge. You get what I'm saying to you? And then it comes to the goal setting part. Anybody who don't have a goal, they're already on a lost path. Anybody that doesn't remind themselves of their goal. You know, a couple weeks ago, your skill set was writing out this dream paragraph. I gave you 3 sentences to answer so you could write out a dream paragraph about your life. And then you were taught to put it in your pocket, put it in your purse, put it on the refrigerator. You can write out multiple copies, put it inside your car while you're driving around. Why, Haziq? Because you're reminding yourself of your goal. Traveling on an unknown path with no clue about what the destination is ultimate failure. Or in the words of that I think it was the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland, if you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. Ask yourself the question, have you allowed this monster to grow inside you? On a scale of 1 to 10, y'all, right now, with 10 being the highest, how big is this monster and has it killed your success? Who's willing to be real this morning? Excuses, comfort, and lack of goals that you remind yourself of daily. Excuses, comfort, and lack of goals that you remind yourself of daily. I dare you. Scale of 1 to 10. Where are you? Where are you? Yeah, where are you? Scale of 1 to 10. Let me hear it. Let me hear it. Scale of 1 to 10. Where you at? Come on now. Come on now. I hope I ain't in the wrong place to be real. I hope I ain't in the wrong place to be real. Get this newsletter. You know, excuses sound best to the person making them. Everybody else feel like you full of it, man. All right, here's monster number 2. Here's monster number 2. We ready? Here's monster number 2. The need to be accepted. The need to be accepted, y'all. The need to be accepted is monster number 2. One of the biggest reasons that people don't achieve what they're capable of is because they need to be accepted by everybody. Man, one of my favorite rappers all time, this cat named Biggie Small, he was like, make money, they hate you. You know, be broke, girls won't date you. You know, it's like, I was listening to this interview yesterday from another one of my favorite rappers, a guy named Jay-Z. And he was talking about like how usually they say he's all about money, but he made this deal for the Brooklyn Nets to come to Brooklyn because he loves Brooklyn. He's from Brooklyn. He wants to do good things for his own. And then they're like, oh, you made a horrible deal. Because he took the smallest piece, you know, made pretty much no money. His team designed the uniforms, you know, la da da da. They didn't get paid for that. And everybody's like, oh, you suck. You suck. He's like, you can't have it both ways. First you say I'm all about money, but then I do something for the love and I suck. It's like, but this is humans, man. And what you got to remember is a lot of times what they're saying about you is more to do with what they got going on, how they live their life, how they see the world. You can't take it personal. That's the 4 agreements. If y'all want a 10-minute summary of the 4 agreements, then holla at me. You know what I mean? If you in Nove, you already know. You know, you got a whole Nove library, and the 4 agreements is in that joint. Shouts out to Molly Mall for putting me under that. But what I'm saying is, a lot of people don't get close to where they could get because they have this need to be accepted by everybody. If you're conforming with society, you're conforming with a bunch of losers, man. If you're following the path they've laid out, I put this in my stories yesterday. You got to stop worrying about, am I qualified, when the only way you can be qualified to do something is because you've done it before. The only person who's qualified is somebody who's done it before. Therefore, everything that's ever been created in the history of creation was done by the unqualified. So your need to be accepted by a bunch of losers is very peculiar. You know what I mean? But what we do so that we can get accepted, we kill off our true self. We create an identity which nobody can you know what I mean, respect. It's hella shallow, and then this shallow self creates shallow success. Some people call it masks. Some people call it the social norm. But the truth is, this monster of needing to be validated, needing to be accepted is killing your identity. And now you like all these chumps. As this monster keeps on growing bigger, now you find yourself in this space of shallowness. How many celebrities, sports stars They seem to have achieved all this great success, but really they've lost their inner self and now they commit suicide. Have we seen this? That's why the monster of wanting to be accepted, you need to kill it while it's small. Your need to impress people will only kill your desire to express. It is suppression that's coming from fear. You ain't letting the God in you shine until you move to expression. Here's what you need to ask yourself. Have you allowed this monster to grow? Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. How big is this monster to be accepted, and has it killed your success? Here's the last one, man, because we out of time. Dang, that went quick. Perfection, the curse of poverty. That's monster number 3. Perfection, the curse of poverty. It's the curse of the poor. Perfection. It's this mysterious world to some people, but you're choosing to live there. You get driven by wanting everything to be perfect before you make your next move. You know, that's something that, you know, you got to talk to your therapist about, because it's a real thing. People won't start a business because they want the perfect moment or they want the perfect plan. People won't bust a move because they want it to go perfect, right? They don't want to get into a relationship because they're looking for the perfect partner. I could keep on going on and on and on, right? But let me tell you something. Perfection is a curse of the poor. What perfection does is it keeps people from accepting the truth, even to themselves. Listen to me. We out of time, but most people's desire to stay where they are is mostly because they're misled by the art of wanting perfection. Perfection is probably the biggest monster that kills your progress. Perfection is this rope that's pulling you towards mediocrity. So ask yourself this question. Have you allowed this monster to grow inside you? Scale of 1 to 10. How big is this thing? I love what Vince Lombardi said, man. He was like, perfection ain't attainable. But if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. So I get where he was coming from with that. You know, I get where he was coming from with that. And here's what I want you to understand. The truth about success is everybody wants it, but not everybody's willing to work for it. You get me? Not everybody's willing to fight the monsters they have within. It ain't the enemy, it's the inner me. You know, there's an old African proverb. If I handle the enemy inside, the enemy out there can do me no harm, right? Everybody want to be a diamond, but nobody want to be cut. Everybody want heaven, but nobody want to die to themselves. And on that note, let's get started with these affirmations, baby. Some of y'all refuse to do the affirmations. Y'all like, that's too weird. It's too weird. How am I say I'm a millionaire and I ain't? How you gonna be a millionaire if you don't say it? Oh, I believe it when I see it. Nah, you'll see it when you believe it. You hear me? Let's try it on a Friday. TGIF, the grind includes Friday. Repeat after me, millionaire. Say it like you mean it. I am so happy